To avoid multiple payments of pensions and gratuities, as well as to know the exact number of pensioners on the Lagos State payroll, the state government, through the Teachers Establishment and Pensions Office Tepo, recently conducted a one-week biometric verification exercise for the teacher pensioners in the State Teaching Service Office. According to the Permanent Secretary of Tepo, Mrs. Sewanu Amosun, the verification exercise would enable the government to know the precise amount to be paid to pensioners on old pension scheme while eliminating ghost pensioners on the payroll.
It's going to help the government to be able to avoid having to pay multiple payments for pensioners. In other words, you know exactly that you have so number and you're paying so number, so amount for these numbers. Also, it's also going to help us capture the fingerprints of the pensioners to ease e-payments, for them in the banks, helping them. And also in addition, it's also going to help us to improve on our service to them. They won't have to go through avoidable stress in having their status verified. I'm alive. It should be something that should be stressful. The governor is so mindful of the stress that is avoidable for pensioners, and his desire is that having worked for the state committedly, it shouldn't be through stress that they will get their pensions.
She further spoke on the essence of the use of biometric for the exercise.
They have their details captured and they can use it anywhere. They can use it anywhere that they are pensioners. It's like they have a small card. We are hoping to go, to a step further by giving them a better ID card they can use anywhere. It's going to help their status, they can present it anywhere. And I'm hoping that very soon they won't have to be doing annual verification. Maybe we can now say every 2 years or 3 years after you have captured them.
In addition, the Permanent Secretary disclosed that there is still room for improvement as they are looking towards various ways to make the verification exercise better.
We are praying that in the future that the pensioners won't have to come down or go through stress in having themselves verified. They'll probably be able to do it online for them. Like we have been discussing with LASRA and other agencies how we can be able to capture them without having to ask them to come in. There should be a better way for us to be able to verify their existence.
To make the capturing of all pensioners and information exercise easier, Tepo partnered with the Lagos State Residence Registration Agency, LASRA.
And I also want to appreciate all those who are partnered with us, especially LASRA, for their commitment and giving us personnel and training even our own officers so they can take over the exercise fully as from next year. And the officers also here in Tepo who have been working tirelessly to ensure that the exercise comes to a success.
The pensioners gave kudos to their Kiwumi and body administration for making life easy for them, while they also shared with Education Report on TV their life experiences as pensioners.
He tried for us. At least our pension, the stipend they were being paid comes before the end of the month. So it's an improvement over the last administration. From what we have been told by the Tempo officials, that is going to be easier for us and that we wouldn't, the stress we have been passing through before, we wouldn't be passing through it again.
I advise them to work hard. Those of us who retired 10, 15, 20 years ago worked really hard before we got to the pension. But you get to offices nowadays, 8:39. They are not yet there. It's lamentable. They should have hard work as their motto.
It's very good to know whether we are alive, so that some people may not be taking money while the owner is already dead. So the program is already, we have been doing it every year. We did it last year too, and we are doing it now. The exercise is necessary just to show we are still alive.
I appreciate the work of the government, particularly this present government, the past government, for paying the pensions regularly. And with this new government now, they are paying on time. They don't suffer people like before. Now, the only thing I can beg the government to look for is that they should look inwardly to review the pensions of those of us who have retired long ago. Comparing the salary earned at that time with the present salary our contemporaries are earning now, there is a the gap is too much.
You have more time to yourself, more time to rest, more time to plow back your experience here and there. But the interesting thing is that you have your life, and you'll be grateful for your life. But for the grace we enjoy, I have what I call no inhibitions whatsoever. We thank God for everything. I believe they should put in their best, particularly to improve the status of the country. We should be patriotic, and I can assure you, anybody who puts in something good will get good reward. Whatever you plant, you will reap. So if you plant hard work, diligence, foresight, proactiveness, excellence, surely you reap all those things. And that's what we are all enjoying today. So I admonish all those who are aspiring to retire like us to put in their best. God will always be with them.
Of a truth, the present administration in Lagos State is very sensitive to the plight of the retirees. Little wonder the government assured them of prompt payment of their entitlements and also approved a sum of 11 billion naira for the payment of all backlogs of pensioners in the state service. The Lagos State Education District 4 recently organized a seminar for school food vendors operating in public schools within its district, with the theme towards optimum food and safety service delivery. This seminar was organized with the aim of ensuring cleanliness and safety amongst food vendors.
It is therefore pertinent that this seminar holds at this particular point in time. To be actively involved and cooperate with our city facilitators as they come one after the other to make their presentation.
Representing the Tutor General Permanent Secretary of the district was the Director of Education, Mrs. Olukemi Koiti, and she highlighted some of the qualities of a good food vendor.
Who are the food vendors? These are people who sell food to our children and the staff in the school. You are very important because the food you give will help the child to grow and to stay healthy. Everybody needs food, especially water, protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. All these must be in what you serve to the children daily. We know what happens to children when they fall sick from processed food. So that means we have to take care of the food we prepare. The environment where you sell the food must be clean and tidy.
Thereafter, the facilitators took turns to sensitize the participants on various topics ranging from food safety and hygiene to safety food preparation, delivery in schools, and the nutritive value of safe storage and preservation of food.
Of handling food, scientific method of preparing food, scientific method of how we store this food when they are in excess. It is also a scientific way of cleaning our environment so that we do not spread disease.
Handling preparation and storage of food, handling, preparation and storage of food in such a way that organisms that cause disease will not enter our food. How do we prepare our food in such a way that the food will not become a source of foodborne illness? This food will not become a source of sickness. It's to us and to those who we are serving the food to. Food safety, ìmọ́tótó oúnjẹ. The food will start from stagnation from the point of purchase, that is the market, preparation, storage and transportation to the point of selling or serving.
Milk, ẹja, ẹran, kí ni àǹfààní tí gbogbo àwọn oúnjẹ tá a dárúkọ wọ̀nyí? Kí ni àǹfààní tí wọ́n ń ṣe fún wa? Àǹfààní pàtàkì tí wọ́n ń ṣe fún wa ni wípé wọ́n ń jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ wa dàgbà. Àwọn ọmọ wa a gbọ́dọ̀ máa fún wọn ní this proteinous food. And nígbà tá a bá ń ṣe oúnjẹ, ká make sure pé oúnjẹ tí à ń tà ó jẹ́ balanced food. Then let's go to the next class of food. We have fat and oil. Fat and oil, examples wọn ni epo, butter, cheese, and so on and so forth. In fact, we have coconut oil, we have palm oil, and we have vegetable oil. Only iṣẹ́ pàtàkì tí gbogbo classes of food wọ̀nyí máa ń ṣe fún ara wọn. Then oúnjẹ tá a máa ń sè, a make sure pé oúnjẹ yẹn, traces of all these classes of food are in there.
The food vendors were given an opportunity to ask questions. In all, the Lagos State government is putting in every effort to make the school environment conducive for its students. It therefore behoves on the food vendors operating in all public schools in the state to contribute their own quota by ensuring that they take all the necessary safety precautions while preparing and selling of food to the students to preserve their health and overall well-being. This is to inform all public and approved private junior secondary schools in Lagos State that the Lagos State Examinations Board is organizing a certificate week, during which basic education certificate for year 2013 and 2014 will be released to schools that participated in the two examinations. Date is October 26 to November 16, 2015. Venue is the conference room of the Examinations Board. Announcer, Mr. Olufemi Hazard, Director, Examinations Board.
Global Education Media presents Education Report on TV, the television program that promotes educational events and activities for parents, students, practitioners in educational fields across categories, government officials, particularly those saddled with the responsibility of managing education, and the general public. It also covers programs and activities in the educational sector, such as awards and opening ceremonies, school inter-house sports, collaborative engagement with NGOs, as well as corporate organizations. Plus, vocational and technical education, institution for people with special education needs, individual contribution towards the growth and development of education while celebrating success in the educational sector at all levels. Please contact 0803-323-2771 or 0812-120-1359. Education Report on TV, promoting excellence in education on television.